Buenos días. En primer lugar, nos gustaría
Everybody,
agradecer
very
a
firstly, I would like to
Administración
thank the organization of Rooted
para presentar este
for
proyecto
having us here
que
to present
hemos
this
llamado
project we
Sinfonier.
have called Sinfonier
Además, por
Storm
ser el quinto
Builder
aniversario de la
for
Rooted,
Security
tenemos
Investigation.
algo especial.
Being the fifth
Como
anniversary for
sabemos, si esto del
Rooted,
quinto aniversario
we don't know if
tendrá
this fifth
algún mensaje
anniversary
oculto
will
por
have
detrás.
some hidden
Pero
message
bueno,
inside. Let's
comenzamos
see.
presentándonos.
We are.
Y
Let's
aquí
start the
traemos
presentation. We had
algo
brought
que nos está
something
ilusionando
which is
bastante
very
últimamente,
exciting for us
sobre
in
todo
the
a
last
Fran,
time,
nos envuelve
especially
siempre en estos
Frank.
proyectos tan maravillosos.
Frank also supported us in
Le
these
hemos llamado
marvelous
Sinfonier.
projects, which is called Sinfonier.
Aunque ya nos ha presentado Germán,
Although
pues ahí
Herman
están nuestros
presented us, you can see our
Twitter
Twitter's
y más o
accounts
menos nuestra labor de día a
and
día.
our daily
Pues en este
activities and
caso, en lugar de
tasks.
fontaneros, podemos decir que
Instead of
somos
being plumbers,
carpinteros.
we are
Además, Fran
carpenters.
ebanista
Frank is
intentar
a
construir este
carpenter.
Sinfonier curioso.
In order
¿De qué
for
va esta
us to
charla? Esta
create this
charla
beautiful
vamos
and
a
funny
introducir un poquito
Sinfonier.
conceptos que
During this
están ahora
talk,
de
we
moda,
will
como es el tema de
present
la security
some trendy
intelligence,
topics, concepts
y a
such as
partir de ahí
security
pues
intelligence. And from
vemos
this
que hay
on,
una serie de carencias sobre
we'll
las que
see
estamos
there
una
are
serie de
some
herramientas
lacks. We need some
y diseñamos una que
tools.
puede
That's
servir
why
a
we
vosotros y os
design
aseguro
a
que puede servir
tool
a todos
which is
nosotros también.
helpful
Y
for you and
queremos
for
compartirla con
ourselves. And we
vosotros.
want to share this tool with all
Comenzamos
of you. We'll
sin
start
más retrasos
without further
y para tener
ado.
una primera
For us
aproximación
to
a
get
lo
the
que se
very first
considera
approach to what is
OSINT o Open
considered
Source Intelligence,
OSINT,
pues hay
OCN, or
varias
open
definiciones.
source
Aquí os he
intelligence,
puesto
there are many
definiciones de los
definitions.
americanos, del
The
ejército de los
American
Estados Unidos,
definitions from the American
y la
Army,
aproximación pues
and
es bastante clara y
the
creemos que
approximation is very
precisa.
clear
Es
and
una
very precise
disciplina
definition. It's a
orientada
discipline
a
oriented
producir
to produce
inteligencia a partir
intelligence
de fuentes de
from
información abiertas
open
y que se
source
pone en disposición
which is
oportunamente
available
del destinatario apropiado.
for the
Si
right
comentamos o nos
recipient.
vamos al glosario de
If we go
inteligencia
to
del Ministerio de Defensa nuestro,
the
pues
Spain's
la
Ministry of
definición
Defense
es prácticamente
glossary, the
similar. Es una
definition there is
secuencia de
very
actividades
similar. It's a
por las
sequence of
que
activities
a partir
through
de
which,
información pública
from
se
public
genera, se transforma o se
information,
convierte en
this is
conocimiento
converted
para
into
poner a
knowledge
disposición del
available
destinatario
to
apropiado.
the
Es decir,
appropriate
vemos que hay detrás de esto
recipient.
un ciclo.
After, behind this, there is a
Está
cycle
compuesto de diferentes fases.
consisting
Aquí
of
pues
several
echamos
phases.
mano de la
We
definición o las referencias que
take
tiene
the
incluso CNI y
definitions
se
from the
identifican cuatro fases. Una
Spain's
fase
Central
de
Intelligence
gestión,
Services. We have the very
una
first
fase de
phase,
obtención o de recolección de
direction,
información, una fase
collection,
de elaboración de
dissemination,
esta
and
información y por último,
finally
una fase de difusión. Todas las
elaboration
fases son importantes
and
y todas las
widespread
fases se apoyan en una serie de
publishing of
herramientas que se denominan
the
herramientas
info.
de inteligencia.
This is based upon
La fase de
intelligence
dirección está
tools.
muy orientada
Direction
a toda la
phase is oriented to the
cómo se
planning, how things are going to be organized, and to identify what intelligence needs we have. We need something to be evaluated and assessed, to be better known. The second phase is the recollection, the massive obtainment of this info. There is sometimes an intermediate phase of processing information, but is very, very blurred. And then the intelligent analysis work is very important. We can identify several phases. Assessment of sources for us to know if they are pertinent sources. We also need to evaluate how trustworthy the sources are and how the information contained there is. After the source is assessed, we need to analyze all the information to integrate them with the previous intelligence research and to generate this knowledge and this intelligence and to make the widespread publication to the right recipient. That's why there are sometimes which is OSINT and which is not OSINT. OSINT, O-S-I-N-T, is not to cut and paste URLs directions regarding certain pieces of news and put them available to the recipient. No, this is not. OSINT is not a copy and paste because Flipboard can do this on its own. That's why we have spoken, we are less stressed on how important the intelligence information is. What's intelligence? That's the point. The CIA have a special segment for teenagers where the CIA says intelligence, what's intelligence? How is to interpret information, generate information. The second part of this definition from CIA is truth. It's something which has to generate acknowledgement for a third party to make the right decisions. So Obama, the President of the United States, makes the right decisions thanks to the intelligence service information. It's a process to generate this knowledge for somebody to take the right decision at the right moment. And we want to lay stress upon this concept. The final aim is that a third party has to solve a current problem or to face some intelligence needs previously defined for us to solve these problems or to anticipate, or even more important, to be able to anticipate to these problems. So intelligence is inside the people. People are the only human beings with the capacity of interpreting intelligence. Not everybody, by the way, but as intelligence analysts, you can acquire this knowledge through several methodologies. You can be supported based upon some tools and some techniques which help you out in your day work. We have just said that it's a process of collecting information. We said that even though the tools don't have this intelligence, these tools are indispensable and absolutely necessary because these tools will save us time, which is the fundamental factor. The information now on the internet, there are tons and tons of information, and the tools will help us during the fourth phases, in the planning and delivery of the information, but especially in the phase of collection and obtention of the information. And the elaboration phase is essential to have a tool. We need to process and structure and relate the information to make it richer, and the tools in the market, there are many. Some of them are more flexible than others, but in our daily work, in the analysis work, we have oriented or we have implemented a methodology with more concrete things. That's why we are going to present a tool we have called Sinfonier, which will help us make better jobs in our lives.
Bueno, pues una vez que Charles ha contado el proceso de inteligencia.
We have talked about the intelligence process. For you to understand, Charlie is intelligent, and I'm giving him the right tools. My job is to give capacity to do all the analysis underneath richly. Charlie asked me to have tools, module tools with many functionalities, able to be used by everybody without being a developer, and in real time, because I need information as soon as possible. So what did I do? I look for a system of real-time. Storm helps you generate some codes and to distribute these codes in a cluster for be implemented in a concurrent way. You can see the definition on the screen. This framework was developed from Twitter, then it was free for everybody. It's working properly. But in the very end, this is to introduce and generate code and generate new boxes. It's a very complicated issue. Carlos told me, let's put it easier. What can we do? Let's do as Lego. Let's look for visual programming language for everybody to move these boxes and generate new knowledge. And we were searching in this recopilatory page and website. You can see everything. And we move on to this. This is Yahoo Pipes. Yahoo Pipes is been working for the last 7 years. This tool, Yahoo Pipes, is good for doing jobs online, but it has some trouble. Yahoo Pipe has many boxes, and this is developed by Yahoo only exclusively. And we said to ourselves, we have to simplify this and to adapt it to our system. That's why we created some modules adapted to the structure of Yahoo Pipe, but focused on stone. We created a spout, bolts, and drains. Spouts and are the entities with which you can play with the algorithms. Spout generates the information, recovers this information from a third party, and they insert it as a tautology everywhere, as an infinite buckle, as an infinite loop. Bolts have an exit and entrance, exit and entrance. They process the information, they enriches the information, you truncate the information, and you send it over to the next. And we have introduced a new feature, which is trains. It's a bolt, but we use this bolt to export this information. In the very end, this process information, but this is not a stored information. It's a cluster process sent, and you have to dispose of your own way to process the information. This is the flow of data flow, information generated, and it's stored everywhere, in a dashboard, wherever you want. You have several spots going to some board. You can play with many things at the same time. How can you create a module? And our tool is very easy to create a module. I will show you later, but the life cycle is very simple. You define the module, you codify the module, you upload it, upload it on store, you validate it, and now it's available for the topology and the rest of the people surrounding you. What is a topology? It's a set of modules. Once programmed, they are sent to a store, and in the dashboard you can see on the scroll, you can see the execution time, and finally you can send it to a place where you can store and visualize the results. All of this I've done to screw up Charlie. This is true. This is true. Is this necessary? We do need this. Depends on many issues. It jumps this on screen, but Fran split hers when he had to use some scripts on some command lines with which I get by in looking for information. I didn't understand about why Drew, infinite loops, slipslets, were splitting hairs. Some scripts making calls to programs in P, some script in Python issue going on, and then generated a CCP, sneaking it through. Oh my goodness. Outside this room, lately I have been working with people which are not that crazy as I am. These people have better information than me. We need to create a simpler, cost-efficient thing for us. We need all the flexibility to create and construct everything we want to manage information in the transformation, in the conversion from raw information to interpreted information, interpretable in a very good way. That's why Sinfonier is created. Oh, this is true. What you can see now on screen is true. It's real true. Absolutely true. The second of them, they talk about how to improve the communication processes, how to update the RDS. That's why I created this, and for them to send me some alerts. After this parenthesis, after this part of the presentation, let's move on to some examples. First, I want to show you the service itself. It's going to be difficult for me to fit in on screen. Okie dokie. Like I said, the service is very simple, it's very basic. We have a dashboard, you have a list of topologies, and you have a list of modules created. Then you upload the code, you send it on the store, and now it's available. I think there's some packages available for you to access them directly, and then you can export these packages. And you have some things created, some external services for you to process information. The editor is this simple. This is which is unfitted on screen. This receives the information from screen, is processed, and it moves. It's moved to this console. You can see now on screen how you can manage the information instead of being stored on a database. You can see now there are many people tweeting unrooted. There are some people tweeting with the localization. I don't know if it's true or not. On the other side, I want to show you, this is a fun thing. This is a fun program. We gave him a torrent file, and it obtains the geolocation of this torrent. You can see who are downloading this file. It seems to be the new series of Matthew McConaughey in Spain over the last 10 hours. Many people in Spain are downloading the series of Matthew McConaughey. Series, films, all this stuff. I don't know if there are many IPs here. Let's see now. Some tools like this. Some tools like this, there are many of them. Many of you may know them. Used by the social networks, they tend to the infinite. But one tool that can be developed by you with the flexibility of creating the boxes only wanted by you and process information. Oh, this gives you a tremendous, powerful potence. We came here to present, to launch this product. We have in Meta now. We had been here running out of time. We rushed to the place because we thought that Rooted was the right place to create the social networking and create an intelligence tool which is very powerful. Much more than imagined before. Our previous objective was to create community, and we want people to publish everything, but they just have a roadmap as to creating all the creations uploaded here to be commercialized. And as we can buy some application in a more mobile market, you can buy an application also in a Bolt for you to process in this way. We will be here with you in the Warfare event, and I encourage you to attend the Rooted Warfare to talk in a lengthy way how to use this module, what the features and capacities are, how long you can use it, how far you can use the stone topology in the Rooted Warfare, all of these things. We have our website on screen, and our data on screen. We have created a form for you to fill in and to join us. This form includes a box for you to suggest ideas. The best idea will be given a Sinfonier program for you to have on your room. In last night dinner, we came up with an idea from some partner from the table. Just by using these Sinfonier topologies as to share information, if we share certain types of infos and we don't want to publish all data, or we don't want to share them in a specific format, we can define the topology with Sinfonier almost automatically. It's as to the command lines, and once you have developed the boxes, all the people will contribute with their boxes. The results are also immediate. Thank you, everybody, for your attendance.
Si tenéis alguna pregunta, nos la podéis hacer tanto ahora como en el Rootfair. Vamos, cuando queráis.
Have any questions, please? Okay, you may ask them now or later on.
Hola. Hola. Bueno, es una pregunta, es un poco en relación a lo último que...
This question is regarding the last thing you have said. For example, I use Yahoo Pipe for managing RSS as to crossing the different RSAs to obtain one and work from that. There will be the possibility on your roadmap, for instance, in the case of RRS, if you obtain a direction with which you can manage this info afterwards, or it has to be dealt with some specific module, you have always to do this. Yahoo Pipes was executed with a JavaScript browser. Now we have used a Yahoo Pipe library to the moderated, then it's sent to the Storm cluster to be executed. You have to think that in very end, all is reduced to the recopilation of information. Information is processed and it has to be sent. The Storm put it on the RAM, and then in router warfare, you can have a look at it. Everybody has a Java virtual machine, and this is thought for being done in real time and sent, and that's it, period. In fact, one thing that our problem with this, you cannot ever see the immediate results. You need first to wait for the lock to be launched. Any more questions, please? Raise your hands. Thank you. Oh, maybe it's silly now. So thank you now all for your attendance, and let's move on to the next paper.